Hey everybody, welcome back. It's been a little bit since I did my last video, so thank you for coming back and joining me. Um, I finished up my first 5 classes in the first series. It was just an introduction into the Myers-Briggs type indicator, so just got my feet wet into the introduction here. The reason why I haven't done a video in a couple weeks now is because I'm still trying to wrap my brain around the introverted functions. So, um, but luckily for me, this second series, these next 6 classes are going to go into the 8 functions. So I'm hoping that we'll really kind of get into the introverted functions because I feel like those are such a subjective direction of a function. It's really hard, at least for me to explain or even wrap my brain around because of that subjectivity. So I'm excited to go on to the next class. But I did want to do a little book recommendation. I'm very interested in not just people's personalities, but also in the personalities, how they interact when it comes to groups and to organizations, especially in our political climate right now. It's kind of interesting how people maybe jump on different bandwagons. Um, I'm not going to talk about politics in specifics, but as I said with my first video, there are a lot of presuppositions to our type, and there are a lot of people who don't think that that the Myers-Briggs type indicator is a good reflection of our individual type, just because um, our environment has a lot to do with the parts of our personalities that come out. So that's where this book comes into play. The Character of Organizations. This is about organizations and how they develop. And it's interesting because I just started a business last year, but I'm trying to figure out my voice. I am going into music promotions, but I have an umbrella of all of the projects through which I'm going to do all of my projects, but I have my business and one project right now, but I feel like they have to have 2 different voices, so it's kind of interesting to read this book about organizations and characteristics of how they operate. So this book has really helped me kind of figure out the tone that I want to set with my promotions. But I'll put a link in the description for you if you'd like to check it out. This is an older version. There is a more recent version that has come out, but I will put that link in the description for you. Very interesting to see the way from a business starting as an idea and to see how it evolves. Because we've all worked at places where there's a certain ideal, and that those at the top, they have a certain expectation of how the organization is to behave, but that also gets a little complicated when you add other people's personalities and how they add their influence into that personality. So but that's it. So I take my first class in the next series this Thursday, so I'm sure I'll be nice and inspired this weekend to have another video up. So don't hold me to it. I need that inspiration to get to the next topic. So there'll be a lot more detail later, but check this book out. It's been very interesting. If you're in business, it's definitely going to open your eyes, and maybe you'll find how your business operates or how your management team would prefer the business to operate. So just like people, there's lots of working parts inside and out. So we'll see you next time.